managed to create in the last 18 years, despite not winning a single IPL trophy. So many, in fact, since last night, wondering what's the kind of impact that this result will have on RCB as a brand and the following of RCB now that they've got a title and now that they are the IPL champions. What will it be in the coming years? How the team progresses, how the team's appeal progresses is also something that is being keenly observed now.
Absolutely. And Kohli's first statement as well, Harish, after that stellar victory, saying that I've been loyal to this team for 18 years and I will stay with this team till my last day of IPL. That was also a huge message to the RCB fans after clinching the title.
Well, absolutely. Remember, somebody like Virat Kohli, perhaps the biggest brand in the country, and he could have commanded a huge price if he had decided to shift franchise, go into auction, like how several other Indian players have done in the last few years, leaving their current team, going into auction, getting big money, record money. But Kohli could have broken all those records, but the man decided to not do that. And he said the fact that he saw fans supporting him on the streets of Bengaluru, outside the Chhinaswamy Stadium, even after a terrible performance like RCB has had a few times in the last 18 years, that is something that stayed with him, and that's what made him decide that he will not leave this franchise for any other team, and he will stick with RCB. He has done that, and that statement that he said yesterday saying that till he plays IPL, it is just one franchise, that is RCB. And that's the reason he gets that kind of love and support even in Bangalore, whether he plays a test match, a one-day match. You will see RCB supporters turning up, not just in Bangalore, in other parts of the country as well, supporting him. And it's a great brand that has gone together, RCB and Virat. And both of them have backed each other, and that is visible in the kind of support that they have got in the last few years.
Absolutely, Harish. And with RCB, there's always been a so close yet so far moments, given the fact that this was the fifth final which they were able to convert into an IPL title. And at the same time, the margin was just 6 runs. It was really touch and go when it came to the final match against Punjab Kings 11. So this was something that has eluded RCB. They were really close to clinching the title. But finally, after 18 years, all that love and support has really paid off.
Absolutely. RCB fans have had heartbreaks multiple times. 2016 is when they came very close in that final. They had superstars. Remember, RCB has always had a lineup of superstars: Chris Gayle, AB de Villiers, Brendan McCullum at one point in time, and others. But the trophy is something that was not something that the team had managed to get. 2016 was a heartbreak. In fact, in one of the interviews, Virat Kohli went on to recollect how that had really devastated him for the next week or so after that final. And this time around, if you look at how RCB approached this whole season, right from the auction, perhaps it begins with RCB deciding to retain Dinesh Karthik, who was a player last year, retain him as a coach in this current setup as part of the coaching staff, and then brainstorming on how they need to go in this auction. This time around, clearly they did not go for the big names. They went in for players who could play a certain role that they were looking at and were performing. That's why you've seen Phil Salt being brought in. You've seen Romario Shepherd being brought in. All of them have performed. And the fact that in these entire league stage and even in the playoff, you've had different people ending up becoming man of the match is an indication that RCB this time around played as a full-fledged unit. It was not just 2-3 top batters, 1 or 2 bowlers who really performed well. The entire team did well, and that's one of the main reasons why we've seen RCB managing to win this win this IPL trophy this time around. And many, in fact, have thanked the coaching staff, the backroom staff who've gone behind and ensured that there was a proper strategy for this auction, which was really effective in getting these players. And let's also not forget that after a very long time, the Indian talent in the batting is something that has clicked for RCB. It's not the foreign players. It's Devdutt Padikkal, Mayank Agarwal, Rajat Patidar, the captain himself, a huge leap of faith in giving captaincy to him. Or even in the bowling, many of them have clicked. The Indian talent really clicked for RCB, apart from the likes of Phil Salt and Josh Hazlewood, who've really made the difference.
Right, and just a correction from my side, this is the fourth final which RCB was able to convert into a title. 2009 they lost, 2011 they lost, and as Harish was pointing out, 2016. So Vidhan Soudha also getting decked up for the IPL champions. I'm joined by my colleague Sudat, who's reporting from Vidhan Soudha. Sudat, over to you. How's the Josh?
Wow, this is beyond Josh here. This is like a weekend festival here in Bengaluru. Right outside the Vidhan Soudha, you can see visuals of the crowd absolutely erupting into a frenzy. But there is nothing that is going to stop RCB fans from essentially laying siege to the Vidhan Soudha. You can see Deputy CM DK Shukimar here. In fact, I'll pan my camera to Deputy CM DK Shukimar being present here. The band, in fact, that is going to perform, that too is present here. There's, of course, awaiting the presence of the RCB team. Of course, Deputy CM DK Shukimar has arrived here. Various other dignitaries have arrived as well. Just in about an hour from now, the RCB, the victorious RCB men's side is expected to arrive and be felicitated by CM Siddaramaiah, Governor Thawarchand Gehlot and the Deputy Chief Minister. But this is truly unprecedented scene here in Bengaluru. They have never seen such kind of frenzy for any world title that India has possibly achieved. Simply because RCB has never won such plaudits. Right from the inception of the IPL in 2008, RCB has never managed to win such kind of plaudits or any kind of trophy for that matter. And with RCB, winning the IPL, it's a stupendous effort yesterday, a reflection of how well balanced this unit is. Fans are absolutely chopped to bits.
Right, Sudat, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm joined by Sanjana, actress on the broadcast. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us on the broadcast as we continue to cover this stellar victory of RCB and the sea of red that is being seen in Bengaluru. Your reaction to this stellar victory and this turnout in Bengaluru celebrating the IPL champions?
Absolutely. I'm a Bangalorean. I bleed Bangalore and I had just suppressed my feelings for IPL and I had just, it was like, why do we have to watch it over the years in the past? Any which ways RCB will not make it kind of a thing. Yesterday, the only match that I caught up in the entire IPL is RCB's final match, which was yesterday. And we thoroughly enjoyed it. We had forgotten what is winning, for RCB because वो बोलते हैं ना 18 साल का बनवास. It's like it is something like that when, in Ramayana, Ram left for Banvas. So we all were on a Banvas that we don't want to watch IPL. But we thoroughly enjoyed it yesterday and it's the resilience of RCB which has got them this far. And I think we can learn how not to give up. That one fine day, there will be a day when, you will succeed.
Right. And
it is.
Right. And what was the key moment for you? Because this match was really touch and go. There was at one point, everyone felt that history would repeat itself. The 6-run margin was the margin for victory. Were you biting your fingernails when you were watching the match?
No. So, as in when we reached the 8th or 9th over, every over pretty much, or every second over, there was a wicket which is going. And we just became more and more optimistic, brave, and we started believing that, God is there and all the blessings are showering on us this time. And that is what happened. It was a slow and sturdy win, but it was a beautiful win and it literally took the last over to decide who the winner is.
Right. And when you saw Virat Kohli, after 18 years, he's become IPL champion. He was tearing up before the last 3 balls because he knew destiny was smiling upon him. He knew that the title was in his reach. How did that make you feel seeing Virat Kohli so emotional? Also, hugging his wife also, like that long hug they had after this momentous moment in his life.
We all can relate to that golden moment, I think we all live for that moment in our life, isn't it?
Absolutely.
When we have those kind of minutes in our life. So we all look for it, we search for it, we crave for it, we go after it. But it happens when it only has to happen. That is what destiny is all about. We're all chasing success consistently, but we get what we want only when destiny is shining on us. So it was a beautiful and heart-touching moment.
Right, and at the same time, I remember last night also after the victory, I was on air and there was madness across the streets of Bengaluru. Were those same scenes around you as well? People just couldn't contain themselves?
Absolutely. I have gone to a public place to watch a match, I think, after 4 5 years of my life. The entire Bangalore is still lit up and it's still gaga over the RCB win. And it's like we won it's nothing less than winning a World Cup for us.
Absolutely. Sanjana Galrani, thank
You
you
know,
so much for...
that's the
Yeah, go ahead.
air in Karnataka. We
Absolutely,
love it.
and it continues right now, as you can see in the streets of Bengaluru. Sanjana Galrani, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast and sharing your perspective. This wave of jubilation is not dying down in the city of Bengaluru. I'm also joined by a caller to get his perspective on the stellar victory of RCB. Harish is calling us from Mumbai. Harish, RCB, IPL champions after 18 years. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, wonderful, Ishman. Congratulations to RCB, Team RCB. Everybody put in their might, and I'm glad Karnataka government held up a beautiful parade, and it's really honor for them. And we as RCB fans are very happy that Virat Kohli did his job and finally got the trophy. Congratulations to all of them, and thanks to Karnataka government also.
Right. Thank you, Harish, for sharing your view and your good wishes for the team, for the RCB team as it's making its way to the Vidhan Soudha. But we're going to shift focus away from the celebrations in Bengaluru, ladies and gentlemen, getting a piece of breaking news where India has slammed the Asian Development Bank over Pakistan aid when it comes to all these bailouts that are coming towards Pakistan. Now what we're learning is that the Asian Development Bank's aid to Pakistan is something that India has raised an alarm over. It has warned of the misuse of funds amid rising defense spending and the falling tax revenue. Funds may boost military, not reforms, is the alarm coming in from India. India has questioned Pakistan's reform track record and also talked about the IMF bailout history. India has also pointed out that the army still controls the economy and has flagged Pakistan's military's deep role in the economic and political decisions of the country, namely supporting the entire terror infrastructure. I'm joined by my colleague Pallavi Ghosh on the broadcast. So Pallavi, right after the IMF bailout, also a similar line came from India, given the fact that there have been multiple bailouts over so many years from the IMF, and now that same alarm going to the Asian Development Bank, because clearly the driving force in the Pakistani economy is the Pakistan military.
Absolutely, and in fact, India has already once written to the executive director of ADB earlier, which goes through the finance ministry to make the point that you cannot give loans to Pakistan in the thought that it is actually going to bring about infrastructural development. It is always going to be diverted to fund terror activities. So in this latest information, which is coming to us, Ayushman, by way of government sources, there is a point which has been made by the government and a rebuttal to ADB pointing out that there has been a spike as far as the defense expenditure of Pakistan is concerned. And also the kind of tax structure, the GDP ratio, it doesn't seem to be on the same platter, which means that this spike explains that every time a money has gone into Pakistan from these financial institutions, international financial institutions, there has been a spike in the defense expenditure, and there also has been a consequent increase in the terror activities germinating from Pakistan, which according to Indian government makes it very, very clear that the money that they are getting is funded not for infrastructural development or for the benefit of the people of Pakistan. It is actually only helping to fund terror, and therefore it will be disheartening if international financial institutions like the IMF, ADB give further loans or money to Pakistan. And this is also going to be made one of the benchmarks for a stronger argument for why Pakistan should be brought under the grey list.
Right, but India's diplomatic efforts are also seeing, Pallavi, these kind of bailouts coming in from several multilateral organizations, but also there seems to be an ignorance by the international community of the voices coming in from Pakistan itself. We just heard recently that a Pakistan minister has said that the national budget, half of it will be used for debt management. So clearly Pakistan's economy is not in order, and also we're seeing the revival of the terror launch pads. So clearly India raising a legitimate alarm at these multilateral forums.
Yes, well, if you look at the credit ratings of Pakistan, that is something which has also been pointed out by the government of India when it wrote that letter to the executive director of the ADB. If you look at the credit ratings of Pakistan, it is abysmally low. If you look at the debt earnings of Pakistan, it's hugely high, which means that whatever money you're giving out to them to salvage the situation, that's certainly not taking place. Now, whatever arguments which are going in from the government side, Ayushman, is very clearly aimed at ensuring that Pakistan is brought under the grey list. FATF FATF grey list. FATF grey listing would essentially mean an acknowledgement of the fact that there is massive money laundering taking place in Pakistan, diversion of money and funds to the development of terror activities, and this is something which is going to affect not just India but all the countries of the world, especially the developed countries who too have been a victim of the school of terror in Pakistan, to use the words of the government of India.
Absolutely, that is the situation when it comes but shifting focus away from Pakistan, ladies and gentlemen, Virat Kohli has touched down in Bengaluru. Those are the visuals on your screen after that stellar victory against Punjab Kings 11. An emotional moment for King Kohli when it comes to clinching the IPL title, and he's being received by none other than the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, DK Shivakumar. Virat Kohli touching down in Bengaluru for the celebrations as RCB clinches that IPL title after 18 years, and there is a sea of red across the city of Bengaluru. RCB fans, not just across the country, across the globe, lauding the RCB boys for their stellar victory, and King Kohli also making it very clear that he will stay with this franchise, with this team till his last day of IPL. So also something all the fans were waiting for, King Kohli to touch down after that emotional moment he had at the end of the match. King Kohli back in Bengaluru to greet the fans and to just lap up the sea of jubilation that has spread across the city since last night. Harish is also joining us on the broadcast. So Harish, this is something everyone was waiting for. King Kohli touching down in Bengaluru, received by none other than the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka. All the fans with bated breath waiting for Kohli to greet him and congratulate him for his first IPL title after 18 years.
Absolutely. This is the moment that RCB fans have been waiting since last night. The team coming back home, getting the trophy home, and also waiting for Virat Kohli to reach Bengaluru, Virat Kohli and the rest of the team to reach Bengaluru. And that has happened now. And more importantly, in the next hour or so, we will see they making their way, the team making its way to Vidhan Soudha, and later on 30,000 people waiting inside Chhinaswamy Stadium, the others waiting outside Chhinaswamy Stadium, and that's the kind of fan craze, fan frenzy that's been in place since late last night after RCB's victory, and it perhaps
Right, we'll try to reconnect with Harish over there, but those are the visuals on your screen. Virat Kohli touching down in Bengaluru for that grand celebration of RCB for winning that 18th IPL title after 18 years. The first IPL title, remember, this was the fourth final that RCB entered itself in when it comes to clinching the IPL title, but 3 times they were so close yet so far. But last night, that margin of 6 runs was what stood between them and destiny smiling upon them, and RCB are now IPL champions. And Kohli also made it very clear that he was with this brand since day one, and he will stay with this brand till his last day of IPL. Also thanking AB de Villiers as well as Chris Gayle for their contributions to IPL. So Virat Kohli also touching down in Bengaluru. Now all eyes are also on Vidhan Soudha for that grand ceremony to felicitate the RCB players. But across the city of Bengaluru, there is a sea of red. There is a lot of excitement. You can see right outside Vidhan Soudha, right next to that stage, so many fans have gathered to cheer their team on. RCB now with fans not just in Bengaluru but across the nation and the globe. The excitement is not dying down since last night. Harish is back with us on the broadcast. So Harish, one other message of Virat Kohli that was something very significant after that victory, after that emotional moment he had after clinching the title. He really thanked AB de Villiers and Chris Gayle, saying that the title also belongs to them. Also honouring the veterans of RCB when it comes to their final victory after 18 years.
Well, absolutely. Chris Gayle was one of them who really took some of the games to the depth and ensured that RCB won, and he was also one of the reasons why RCB reached some of those finals. Let's not remember AB de Villiers. He's one person who's managed to get highest number of man of the match awards. That's the kind of contribution that he's had in the IPL and for RCB as well. And that's one of the main reasons we've seen this bond growing between Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers, because of RCB in the last few years. Before RCB even made it to the finals, you had AB de Villiers coming out and saying, if RCB wins, and I will be there in Ahmedabad in a RCB jersey. That's happened now. Ever since that victory, he was there, and he ensured that he was there when the trophy was lifted, and when Virat Kohli was there, the entire team was there.
And you can see those visuals on your screen, the RCB bus coming down the road with a massive convoy, the team inside just excited to get out, and you can see the sea of fans just greeting the RCB team as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the sea of excitement that is the city of Bengaluru, as Virat Kohli has also touched down in Bengaluru, and he was greeted by DK Shivkumar. But you can see it's songs, RCB flags, all the cheers and excitement have flooded the city of Bengaluru as RCB has clinched the stellar victory after 18 years of tapasya, as many are calling on social media. And Virat Kohli with the other RCB boys, and now they are making their way to the Vidhan Soudha as this sea of fans continue to flank both sides of this convoy, greeting the team for this stellar victory. You can see Virat Kohli holding on to the trophy as well, sitting at the head of the bus, making it clear that this trophy belongs to the fans of RCB, making it very clear that RCB fans are not just in the city of Bengaluru, across the nation as well as the globe. He also dedicated this victory to AB de Villiers as well as Chris Gale, thanking them for their contributions in building the team to what it is. And this was the fourth final where RCB was able to clinch the title. So close yet so far, 3 times through the IPL series, but at the same time destiny smiled upon them, and now they have clinched this title after 18 years of hard work. Virat Kohli and the RCB boys getting a hero's welcome in the IT capital of Bengaluru. Virat Kohli also was received by DK Shivkumar, who is also now doing the final checks at the Vidhan Soudha as the team heads forward for that felicitation ceremony. You can see the smile on Virat Kohli. He was all tears last night over that emotional moment, but now with the RCB flag, he's all smiles as the cheers and the greetings reverberate across the city of Bengaluru, thanking RCB for bringing the trophy home after 18 long years. 18 till I die, Jai RCB are the slogans ringing through the city of Bengaluru, but RCB fans across the globe have the same sentiment. So all eyes on that felicitation ceremony in Vidhan Soudha as the RCB boys head to the State Assembly when it comes to this felicitation ceremony, where the entire city pretty much has turned out to greet the RCB boys for this stellar victory. You can see fans are also breaking the lines of the barricades on either side just to catch a glimpse of the players inside the bus and inside the cars, thanking them for this grand victory after 18 years. Sudat is also back with us, reporting from the Vidhan Soudha where the RCB boys are headed. Sudat, how's the Josh?
The scale of the Josh is just going through the roof today. We are just short of, fans literally laying siege to the Vidhan Soudha and perhaps even breaching the gate. That's how much the frenzy is outside the Vidhan Soudha right now. Even as the government prepares in about 45 minutes to felicitate the victorious RCB team, fans have absolutely surrounded the Vidhan Soudha. Vidhan Soudha right now literally looks like it's in the middle of an island of people literally surrounding it on all sides. That's how much the frenzy is. There is literally no space to move traffic for any kind of traffic movement at all. And while the government has said, even the police department has said that there would be no official parade, but it pretty much looks like it is going to be a proper parade, given that when the bus does move from the Vidhan Soudha to the Chhinaswamy Stadium, you can expect nothing short of a parade. The only thing that's going to be missing in this parade, it's not going to be an open bus where the players are actually going to be accessed.
So it's a day-long party in the city of Bengaluru. You can see the fans are just gathering outside the Vidhan Soudha to catch a glimpse of the team, waiting eagerly for the RCB boys after the stellar victory in the final at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad last night. The RCB fans had flooded Ahmedabad as well. They outnumbered the Punjab Kings 11 fans, and then with that margin of 6 runs, they were able to make history and clinch their first IPL title. Sudat is back with us. So Sudat, clearly we were also talking about this last night. The party has not ended in Bengaluru. The Josh remains high as the city has turned out. I think everyone in the city has turned out to catch a glimpse of the RCB boys. Right, we'll try to reconnect with Sudat over there, but you can see those visuals on your screen. After Virat Kohli touching down, he's in the bus with the RCB boys, holding on to the IPL title with dear life. Front and center at the bus as everyone catches a glimpse of Virat Kohli with the IPL title. Virat Kohli also making it very clear he will stay with RCB. This is his team and he will stay with them till his last day of IPL. His loyalty to RCB over 18 years, despite the kind of fees that he could command, the kind of contract that he could command, he stayed loyal to RCB. And one title that has eluded him, that title, the IPL title, now finally with Virat Kohli and the RCB boys, as they have made history after 18 years of hard work. 4 finals, 3 of them so close to winning the title. But last night was when, in the 4th final that RCB found itself in, they clinched the title. Harish is also back with us on the broadcast. So Harish, when it comes to Bengaluru's party mood, it seems the entire city is out to greet the RCB boys. People are on their rooftops, people are getting their faces painted, and people are just gathering outside the Vidhan Soudha to catch a glimpse of the RCB boys.
Well, absolutely. It's, as I mentioned, it might be a weekday, but it has a weekend vibe. Most of them are... Okay. Let's talk. Most of them look like college students. How long have you been waiting for this victory now? I mean, the city has been waiting for 18 years, but you guys look like you guys are in perhaps early college, first PU, second PU.
So we have been waiting for literally it's like 8.5 years, sir.
Okay.
We are literally so happy that RCB has finally won the cup. We literally congratulate and and we came here to see King Kohli. And we hope.
But it's not the first title RCB has won. They've already won.
RCB has already won in every one of us mind and our heart also. RCB has already won.
Now they say. Okay, so there was supposed to be a victory parade. Now that's been cancelled. It'll just be a celebration at the stadium. But that hasn't deterred you from coming over here and waiting on the street corner.
That's maybe because we love RCB.
Okay, so one thing that really stood out for you.
We'll come back. We'll come back to the scenes in Bengaluru. We're going to take a quick break now. More news and updates on the other side.
This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
This is a seminal moment for Bengaluru because their fans have been waiting for a very long time. 18 years. This is the 18th season and the man wearing the number 18 jersey, Virat Kohli, has finally managed to lift that title. He's one of those rare iconic players of the IPL who've played their entire career with one team. Even other peers have played for different teams, but Virat Kohli has played only for RCB. He talked about his love for RCB last evening as well after winning the title, and how he has stuck it out with them because he believed in the team, and how they tried at so many occasions in the past when they had a blockbuster team with the likes of A.V. de Villiers, Chris Gale and more, but always felt fell short. This time, actually, the captain is an uncapped player, Rajat Patidar, who has managed to do this for the RCB. So he's being felicitated quite a bit by their fans as well. They showed promise in him, they made him the captain, and others supported him, and they finally won their first title. It was a tense match as well, a tense final against Punjab Kings. My colleague Sudat is also joining us. Sudat, the bus has finally left the airport. Now they're going to go to the Vidhan Soudha. Tell us more of what is planned at the Vidhan Soudha first. RCB were put into bat first in that big final last evening. They lost the toss, were put into bat first. Kings 11 thought they could chase a title, no matter how big a title RCB could pose. But in a way, the title that was left by them, the target that was left by them of 191 was just about a par score. Kings 11 would rue the chances, of course, that they had, some of the wickets that they lost with poor shots and lack of concentration. Because otherwise they had a pretty good chance as far as the final is concerned. But destiny is what it is. It was RCB and Virat Kohli's destiny to win the IPL title for the very first time in the 18th season. My colleague Sudat also continues to be with us. Sudat, lots of fans dotting the streets in Bengaluru, all waiting to see the fun's first real glimpse of their victorious team.
Excitement is definitely through the roof here in Bengaluru. You can, in fact, hear the background noise from my side here at the Vidhan Soudha. There is absolutely electric atmosphere here at the Vidhan Soudha as fans have gathered here in massive numbers outside the Vidhan Soudha. And not only the fans that are here to greet the victorious RCB side, they are soon going to be felicitated by CM Siddaramaiah, Deputy CM D.K. Shivakumar, and the Karnataka Governor, Tawarchand Gehlot. So it's truly an electric atmosphere here in Bengaluru, quite unlike your regular fast-paced weekday, because the weekend vibes are definitely here early on, soon after RCB's stupendous effort yesterday to capture the first ever IPL trophy after the women picked up the Women's Premier League trophy last time around. RCB as its second title, and the much awaited men's title, which has been in the works for past 18 years, but unfortunately not been able to get it, clinch that trophy. But the atmosphere in Bengaluru is truly at a different peak altogether, given that fans are thronging in large numbers to witness their marquee players, with the Rajat Patidar left side, Virat Kohli, Krunal Pandya.
News coming in. The Allahabad High Court has recently held that the right to freedom of speech and expression does not extend to making defamatory statements against the Indian Army. The High Court made the observation while rejecting a plea filed by Rahul Gandhi against summons issued by a Lucknow court in a defamation case. I'm joined by my colleague Ananya Bhatnagar on the broadcast to get more details. Try to connect with Ananya, but this is the piece of breaking news that's coming in, where when it comes to the entire defamation row, the Allahabad High Court has recently held that the right to freedom of speech and expression does not extend to making defamatory statements against the Indian Army. The High Court made the observation while rejecting a plea filed by Rahul Gandhi against summons issued by a Lucknow court in a defamation case. Ananya is back with us on the broadcast. So Ananya, clearly another defamation quagmire surrounding the leader of the opposition, Rahul Gandhi.
Well, definitely the LOP seems to be in a lot of trouble as the Allahabad High Court has some strong words against Mr. Rahul Gandhi, wherein it has, reprimanded him and clearly stated that, the freedom of speech and expression, which is guaranteed under Article 19(1)A, is subject to the reasonable restrictions laid down under Article 19(1)2. And that is something, that has been reiterated by the by the Allahabad High Court, wherein it goes on to say that it does not give you the right to, in fact, say defamatory words against the Indian Army. Basically, the case stems from, Mr. Gandhi's speech as far as the Bharat Jodo Yatra in 2021 is concerned. He had stated that, Chinese soldiers are beating up Indian Army in Arunachal Pradesh is what his statements had been, following which a complaint was filed by a former, director of the Border Rules Organization who holds the rank of equivalent to a colonel in the Indian Army, and that is the reason why court felt that this is a complaint that is legitimate, and in fact the complainant is somebody who could have been deeply hurt since he's also connected somehow to the forces. He holds the rank equivalent to a colonel in the Indian Army, and that is really the reason why these such strong words are now coming from, in fact, the Allahabad High Court. The Lucknow court had actually summoned Rahul Gandhi in this particular case, challenging the same. He had knocked the doors of the Allahabad High Court, and now what we are gathering from our sources is that he might challenge this particular order before, in fact, the Supreme Court as well. The drafting of the petition is in process. It might be filed in the next day or two, and we'll see that the matter also reaches the topmost of the country itself.
Right, and I'm joined by Shahzad Poonawalla of the BJP to get the BJP's reaction to this development coming in from the Allahabad High Court. Thank you, Mr. Poonawalla, for joining us on the broadcast. Your first reaction, Rahul Gandhi once again in the defamation quicksand.
राहुल गांधी की एक ही पहचान, करो सेना का हरदम अपमान. And this is a serial offender, Rahul, who has said that सेना की पिटाई हो गई थी. Today he is saying that the Sena has surrendered in front of Pakistan. Earlier he has said the same kind of things about surgical strike and Balakot airstrike. So his family and he have a DNA of insulting the armed forces, and therefore we know that Congress party continuously tries to undermine the manobel of our Sena. Even today when he's saying surrender kar diya, it is the same trait. The Allahabad High Court has come down heavily and has shown a mirror to Rahul Gandhi that freedom of speech does not extend to insulting the armed forces. Now Rahul Gandhi should apologize not only for insulting the armed forces vis-a-vis China and saying that unki pitai hui, but also for what he's saying that the armed forces surrendered. He has also has the distinction where his party has said Sadak ka Gunda, where his party has questioned surgical strike, when his party has questioned Balakot airstrike. His party denied National War Memorial. His party was the one who did not celebrate Kargil Vijay Divas. So this is an agenda of the Congress to speak in the voice of Pakistan and to do Sena ka apman.
Right, but Mr. Poonawalla, given the fact that the Congress party also retorts with statements coming in from the BJP camp, be it about Sophia Qureshi or Vyomika Singh, or even the statement coming in from the BJP camp where it was stated that the nation should bow to the feet of Prime Minister Modi, the Congress could say that the same grounds can apply to BJP leaders. They can launch the same legal offensive.
Ayushman, the fundamental difference is that if any leader in the BJP makes such kind of statements, the party does not defend it. Here, Rahul Gandhi went to defend a statement in the Allahabad High Court, and the Allahabad High Court castigated him. So there is not only kind of making the offense, but they rub the salt on the wounds. Here there is immediate apology issued. There is brazenness. And today I ask that Operation Sindoor has been called failure and should put by Khadge ji. Will they be willing to apologize for the statement of Khadge ji? Will they be willing to apologize for Sadak Ka Gunda? Will they be willing to apologize for Rahul Gandhi surrender jai? I have apologized several times for the statement made by the leaders you are quoting. Now let Congress party make the same statement that they apologize for Rahul Gandhi's statement. They are in fact being brazen, and that is the fundamental difference between the Congress and the BJP. The Congress party relishes and has an agenda to undermine the armed forces, which is coming out time and again.
Right, and let's get a reaction from the Congress camp. I'm joined by Rashid Alvi of the Congress party. Thank you, Mr. Alvi, for joining us on the broadcast. Your reaction, Rahul Gandhi finding himself in another defamation case when it comes to insulting the forces, and a strong statement. And there you have it from the Narendra Modi Stadium. RCB wins the IPL trophy, wins its first IPL championship. Virat Kohli's first IPL championship by 6 runs. RCB defeats Punjab Kings 11 for Virat Kohli and the RCB boys to lift their first IPL trophy after 18 years, 18 seasons of the IPL. RCB now lifts its first IPL trophy and Virat Kohli's first IPL championship. He has clinched this stellar victory from a stellar match that was taking place, a nerve-biting match between RCB and Punjab Kings 11. And now Royal Challengers Bengaluru has lifted its first IPL championship. Let's go straight away to my colleague Sudat reporting from Bengaluru, where the josh is clearly high. Sudat.
Yes. RCB. RCB.
Cutting across to visuals coming in from Bengaluru right now, where the RCB winners have landed. This is the bus carrying the victorious team. You can see the livery on the bus as well. And these are fans who are dotting the way to the Vidhan Soudha. The team will first be going to Vidhan Soudha, where there is a felicitation planned for them. Then they will also be there at the Chhinaswamy Stadium, their home stadium, where there is another ceremony planned to felicitate the winners. This is a seminal moment for Bengaluru because their fans have been waiting for a very long time. 18 years. This is the 18th season and the man wearing the number 18 jersey, Virat Kohli, has finally managed to lift that title. He's one of those rare iconic players in the IPL who've played their entire career with one team. Even other peers have played for different teams, but Virat Kohli has played only for RCB. He talked about his love for RCB last evening as well after winning the title, and how he has stuck it out with them because he believed in the team, and how they tried at so many occasions in the past when they had a blockbuster team with the likes of A.V. de Villiers, Chris Gayle and more, but always fell short. This time, actually, the captain is an uncapped player, Rajat Patidar, who has managed to do this for the RCB. So he's being felicitated quite a bit by their fans as well. They showed promise in him, they made him the captain, and others supported him, and they finally won their first title. It was a tense match as well, a tense final against Punjab Kings. My colleague Sudat is also joining us. So that the bus has finally left the airport. Now they're going to go to the Vidhan Soudha. Tell us more of what is planned at the Vidhan Soudha first. RCB were put into bat first in that big final last evening. They lost the toss, were put into bat first. Kings 11 thought they could chase a title, no matter how long, a bigger title RCB could pose. But in a way, the title that was left by them, the target that was left by them of 191 was just about a par score. Kings 11 would rue the chances, of course, that they had, some of the wickets that they lost with poor shots and lack of concentration. Because otherwise they had a pretty good chance as far as the final is concerned. But destiny is what it is. It was RCB and Virat Kohli's destiny to win the IPL title for the very first time in the 18th season. My colleague Sudat also continues to be with us. Sudat, lots of fans dotting the streets in Bengaluru, all waiting to see the fans' first real glimpse of their victorious team.
Excitement is definitely through the roof here in Namma Bengaluru. You can, in fact, hear the background noise from my side here at the Vidhan Soudha. There is absolutely electric atmosphere here at the Vidhan Soudha as fans have gathered here in massive numbers outside the Vidhan Soudha. And not only the fans that are here to greet the victorious RCB side, they are soon going to be felicitated by CM Siddaramaiah, Deputy CM D.K. Shivakumar and the Karnataka Governor, Tawarchand Gehlot. So it's truly an electric atmosphere here in Bengaluru, quite unlike your regular fast-paced weekday, because the weekend vibes are definitely here early on, soon after RCB's stupendous effort yesterday to capture the first ever IPL trophy after the women picked up the Women's Premier League trophy last time around. RCB as its second title, and the much awaited men's title, which has been in the works for past 18 years, but they have unfortunately not been able to get it, clinch that trophy. But the atmosphere in Bengaluru is truly at a different peak altogether, given that fans are thronging in large numbers to witness their marquee players, with the Rajat Patidar-led side, Virat Kohli, Krunal Pandya, of course, Livingston, Phil Salt and many other players part of this. You can see that the fans are eagerly awaiting their, arrival here at the Vidhan Soudha. Soon we will
My colleague Harish is also joining us. Harish, any more details you're getting of the program, both at the Vidhan Soudha and at the Chhinaswamy Stadium later this evening? Who all could be in attendance? What all is being planned?
Well, at Vidhan Soudha, you have the Chief Minister, the Governor, the Cabinet Ministers will be present. The entire RCB team will be there. That program will go on for nearly an hour between 4 and 5, after which the team will start from Vidhan Soudha to Chhinaswamy Stadium. Although there might not be an open bus victory parade, but more or less with the fans thronging on both sides of the streets throughout the path, you will have the bus carrying the team moving at a steady pace to reach Chhinaswamy Stadium. And we've already seen thousands of people outside Chhinaswamy Stadium who are trying to get inside the stadium. So there will be a program roughly for a couple of hours inside the stadium, where you will have players talking, Virat Kohli and others addressing the fans over there who've gathered in large numbers. For some former players too expected to be there. That program likely to go on for a good 2 to 3 hours is what we understand right now. That's the plan that RCB has so far. And at the same time, not just the men's trophy, but the women's trophy too, which RCB won, which is the first trophy for RCB in IPL. That too will also be in the stadium, is what we are gathering right now.
Right. What kind of arrangements has the city had to do? Because, we're looking at these visuals at the Vidhan Soudha. A lot of people are there. I think this will run in thousands as the bus draws closer to the Vidhan Soudha. So a lot of arrangements must have also gone in.
Yes, the city has got less than 16 hours to make arrangements for a crowd in excess of 1 lakh people. The stadium itself holds around 30,000 odd people. And similar numbers expected on both sides from Vidhan Soudha to Chhinaswamy Stadium. So barricades have been put up. The police has also deployed additional manpower on these routes and in the stadium as well. We've also seen preparation for a very elaborate fireworks inside the Chhinaswamy Stadium to entertain the fans and to celebrate this moment. That is there. We've also seen security arrangements that would be in place for any match day. Similar kind of arrangements at the Chhinaswamy Stadium.
Are fans being allowed at the Chhinaswamy Stadium, Harish?
Well, right now they've gathered outside multiple gates. The fans will be allowed in a short while from now inside the gates. The traffic police also putting out an advisory that this is not an event that can accommodate innumerable number of people. It's set number of people who can be part of this event at the stadium. So they are asking people to be mindful of when they come to Chhinaswamy Stadium, and be mindful that they will also have to take care of the parking and other arrangements, since this is not a full-fledged ticketed event that like how we would see on a match day.
Any more updates on who are the big faces we could see that apart from the politicians, of course, at Vidhan Soudha? This is the government's official felicitation of sorts, but more celebrities that could be in attendance at Chhinaswamy?
Yes, in fact, what we are picking up right now is some of the brand ambassadors who've associated themselves with RCB earlier. They might be in attendance at this event, although no names given out by the RCB. But that is one possibility. And some former players from Karnataka, some who've also been part of RCB, they are also likely to be at this ceremony, which is almost a tax giving of sorts for the fans, thanking them for the kind of support that they've shown for RCB for the last 18 years, despite not having a single trophy and being ridiculed on social media and elsewhere.
You can see the amount of crowds that have gathered. The bus has just about left the airport. These plans usually do run a little bit late. Is the team stopping at the hotel first, freshen up, and then coming to the Vidhan Soudha, Harish? Or are they going straight to be felicitated by the government? The Chief Minister himself is expected there.
Well, itinerary now is from the HL airport. Remember, this is not the general civilian airport. This is the HL airport, which is within the city. From here, the team will travel to the ITC hotel. They'll stay there. they'll perhaps freshen up, and around 4 o'clock is when they will meet to Vidhan Soudha. It's barely 5 to 10 minute drive from the hotel to the Vidhan Soudha, and after that the official ceremony will start. And that's for us perhaps one of the main reasons why the stadium authorities are yet to let people inside the stadium, because the team is expected to reach the stadium only somewhere around 5 o'clock or much later than that.
Cutting across to visuals coming in from Bengaluru right now, where the RCB winners have landed. This is the bus carrying the victorious team. You can see the livery on the bus as well. And these are fans who are dotting the way to the Vidhan Soudha. The team will first be going to Vidhan Soudha, where there is a felicitation planned for them. Then they will also be there at the Chhinaswamy Stadium, their home stadium, where there is another ceremony planned to felicitate the winners. This is a seminal moment for Bengaluru because their fans have been waiting for a very long time. 18 years. This is the 18th season, and the man wearing the number 18 jersey, Virat Kohli, has finally managed to lift that title. He's one of those rare iconic players in the IPL who've played their entire career with one team. Even other peers have played for different teams, but Virat Kohli has played only for RCB. He talked about his love for RCB last evening as well after winning the title, and how he has stuck it out with them because he believed in the team, and how they tried at so many occasions in the past when they had a blockbuster team with the likes of A.V. de Villiers, Chris Gayle and more, but always fell short. This time, actually, the captain is an uncapped player, Rajat Patidar, who has managed to do this for the RCB. So he's being felicitated quite a bit by their fans as well. They showed promise in him, they made him the captain, and others supported him, and they finally won their first title. It was a tense match as well, a tense final against Punjab Kings. My colleague Sudat is also joining us. So that the bus has finally left the airport. Now they're going to go to the Vidhan Soudha. Tell us more.
At Ahmedabad, you know, they were sending the videos, they were sending the selfies. We are celebrating. It is just like what can I say? Big celebration in last couple of decades. It's very big celebration.
Right, and as you were saying, Bengaluru hasn't slept. We were reporting last night as well. We saw the parties across MG Road, and many are saying that there should be now a celebration in Bengaluru for the next 18 days.
Yeah, again, today, not from 4 p.m., there is a celebration. Street gathering is taking place from Vidhan Soudha to KSCA Stadium. All with cup, our boys are there with the cup, and all Bangaloreans are gathering in the streets. We are avoiding some streets. We are celebrating. Not only for today, for next couple of months, this celebration will continue.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Shashadri, for sharing your perspective as Bengaluru continues to remain a sea of red after RCB's stellar victory at the Boys in Blue, heading towards the Vidhan Soudha, and then also that special celebration at the Chhinaswamy Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. So, as you can see those visuals on your screen, the entire city has turned out to celebrate the RCB boys for this historic win. After 18 years, they are champions. Virat Kohli, 18 saal ki tapasya is what several people are saying. That this has led to this huge victory in Bengaluru. That's all from me. I toss it over to my colleague Poonam Burde to take you forward with the celebration in Bengaluru.
Thank you so much for that, Ayushman. These people that you see on your screens, sea of red on the streets of Bengaluru. On any other day, you would see roads in Bengaluru chock-a-block with traffic, with vehicles. Today, there is a sea of people that are waiting to see their champions. There was supposed to be a victory parade after RCB won that IPL final yesterday against Punjab Kings. Unfortunately, that victory parade, that open bus victory lap is not going to happen, but they are going to be at the Chhinaswamy Stadium in just a short while from now. All of these people hoping to catch just a glimpse of anyone from the team. But if it were to be Virat Kohli, then those people who are waiting there for hours together in the sun, for them, that one moment will be enough to explain why they waited for hours together out on the streets of Bengaluru on a weekday in the middle of the day. Harish, my colleague, now joins us from the Chhinaswamy Stadium, where we are going to be seeing the team come in just a short while from now. Over to you, Harish. I believe the kind of crowds that we see outside the stadium, the same is inside as well? We'll try and reconnect that line with my colleague. Harish there. Of course, he's in the thick of all the action at the Chhinaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru, where we are going to be seeing champions of the 18th IPL. 18 years on, Royal Challengers Bengaluru have finally lifted the IPL trophy, and all of Bengaluru pretty much looks like it is out on the streets to catch a glimpse of the winning team. Let's take a look at some of the reactions that have come to the fore from the win yesterday, the videos, the excitement that is now pouring out on the streets of Bengaluru.
In and out of this. Get this done. Woo! Finally. Well, now. Wow. There's the corner. Yes, sir. That's the heartbreak corner. No more. No more. Yes. Huh? What a turnaround. Injury replacement to IPL winning captain. Bloody hell. That's a turnaround. Yes. Yes. Very difficult to explain, man. I think I'm gonna feel the real side of it when we get to Bangalore tomorrow and celebrate it with the city and the fans who've stood with us through thick and thin. So I'm just relieved. Full bunch of match winners, people stepping up at different stages and putting their hand up to get the job done for the team and just have that hunger and that quiet confidence in them. To just come in and do the job. I mean, this guy, local lad, comes in place of Dev, another local boy. You could see they wear that badge with pride of RCB. That thing can never go away from a Bangalore boy. And yeah, this guy was special.
Sorry to cut you off. You playing for Bangalore for 18 years, I can tell you one thing. The city, you're as much as a Bangalore boy as anybody else. Okay, you have. I'm sure you have an idea, but I think tomorrow and in the coming days, you will really experience the love this city has for you.
I'm just happy I could do it with RCB. These guys are different mindset. They are made differently. Taking up the job so well. Rajat led from the front, led with composure. His bowling changes, his calmness under pressure was absolutely phenomenal through the tournament, and he's just got this really balanced personality, which really helps him stay calm under pressure. And Jitesh as well, as excited as he is, he's a brilliant cricketing brain, and you could see just the way he stepped up his game in the most crucial moments. And yeah, two good friends from Madhya Pradesh getting the job done for RCB. They're going to have a really good time in Bangalore and back home as well.
Anytime now, we are going to be seeing the winning IPL champions of 2025, Royal Challengers Bengaluru at the Chhinaswamy Stadium. The stadium is chock-a-block with fans, and so are the roads that lead up to the Chhinaswamy Stadium. Chetanananda, former cricketer, joining us for more perspective on this. These are the kind of scenes that we saw when there was an open-top bus victory lap, victory parade, when India as T20 champions returned home. This is something that perhaps is being seen in Bengaluru for the first time. Their 18-year wait has finally ended.
Yes, actually, I think they're going to miss the open bus parade. I don't know what is the reason, but yes, they were waiting from last 18 years this to happen, and this is just not the victory. I think this is the dream they were living each and every day, each and every IPL, which is, fulfilled yesterday. That's something very, it's not you cannot explain it. From last 18 years, you are waiting for this cup, to come into your hands, and finally it comes to your hand, and then the celebrations goes on. So I think it is not very easy to explain how what were the feelings everybody will be having. But as you see, when Virat spoke about that, his soul belongs to Bangalore. He's gonna play till the last IPL only for Bangalore. It shows how much it means to him to have this win. So it is amazing thing, and even as a expert also, I'm feeling that goosebumps on me, because something which you waiting from last 18 years and you achieve it, you don't have those words, don't have those expressions, you don't know how to behave about it. So as an expert, even on the sitting on the TV, I'm not able to express myself completely, because this is something which is you can just feel it, you can't explain it. It is something very huge when you win these moments, and it really make you feel very different. And the best thing about it, that Virat remembered what Gale have done for RCB, what De Villiers have done for RCB. He has given them this credit as well, that whatever they have achieved, they also have this um, part of it. They were also part of it. So I think Virat has improved because I've played cricket with him from the junior levels. He has played Ranji Trophy with me. The way he has moved in his life as a player, as a human, it's an immense journey, I must say. Because when he came young, he was very aggressive, very flamboyant. But if you see now, he's very settled, very calm, and the way he do things nowadays sets an example for everybody in Indian cricket. He has brought the cult of getting fit in cricket. That's to Virat Kohli. He is one of the best chasers in the world right now. For India, he's one of the best chasers. I think the best chaser ever for India. And if you see as a brand also, Virat is a different level right now. He's called King Kohli, which is getting a this kind of a name for you, this kind of a brand for you. It shows that what you have done, why people love you so much, why people call you King Kohli. You have seen when he came to Delhi to play a Ranji Trophy match, it was awesome. It was looking like that it's some international match is going to happen, or IPL match going to happen, because getting people into Ranji Trophy match, it's not easy. It is very, very difficult even for the associations. But Virat himself, just as a brand, when he comes, there was the same chaos outside the Arun Jaitley Cricket Stadium when Virat was about to play a match. So it shows how big Virat is.
Absolutely, and he's been the one constant as far as RCB is concerned. We'll talk about that. Chaitanya, I request you to stay on with us. Neetu Shetty, Kannada actress, is also joining us now. Thank you so much for speaking with us on CNN News 18. Are you also in Bengaluru? Are you also wanting to catch a glimpse of the winning champions, the IPL champions this time around? Because it is a sea of red jerseyed fans that we see there.
Hi, is this question for me?
Yes, Neetu.
Okay. I've been watching and see, the thing is, I live in the heart of the city until morning, until 6:30 in the morning, we could just hear people screaming, and the people in our apartment are screaming. So I'm not surprised that there is such a huge parade out there, it's such a big victory for all of us. It's so personal, and people from all over the country are here supporting RCB, Bangalore is such a hub, and it's so nice to see it, and I'm happy to be actually watching this.
What would have been the cherry on the cake would have been that open bus parade. Unfortunately, that's not happening. But even then, none of those fans have moved an inch. I mean, you can barely see any stretch of the road, which for Bengaluru, many would say is not a new sight. All you see is vehicles there stuck in traffic. But this time around, it's just people and a sea of them.
Yes. People have gone berserk. Everybody is like, this is personal for all of us. 18 years is not a small time. And to be loyal for 18 years has not been a small thing at all. So it's a big victory for everybody, right?
Have you been following all 18 seasons, Neetu?
See, what happens is, the minute you know that RCB is not going to the finals or something, so we are disappointed until the next year yet again. Again, we are back with the same thing. So I've been the typical person, like a typical Bangalorean who does that, right? So we just wanted to see our team win, and it has happened. And yesterday to watch it was really something else.
And finally, for all those fans like you, every time there was heartbreak when the RCB didn't reach into the finals or didn't win the finals, this time it is redemption for all those days. Neetu, thank you so much.
It is redemption, yes.
Absolutely. And I can hear that excitement in your voice. Thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18 and sharing your excitement with us. I believe every individual who's out of the streets of Bengaluru there is as excited as our callers who are calling in, as the voices that we are speaking to. Harish, my colleague, is also joining us now from on ground in Chhinaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. Harish, are you inside the stadium? I believe it's chock-a-block with fans, supporters of RCB waiting for the winning team to come there.
Well, as many people are inside the stadium, similar number of people outside the stadium, thousands of them, especially on this road that leads to the main entrance of Chhinaswamy Stadium. And remember, it's the same road that the RCB team has to take to reach the Chhinaswamy Stadium. It's the same stadium. They'll make their way from Vidhan Soudha to Chhinaswamy Stadium. What he's pointing out is it's number 18 and it's also 18. 18 here, Virat Kohli. Number 18, 18th here, lucky for Virat Kohli, for RCB as well. And in a short while from now, you will also have the RCB team reaching Vidhan Soudha and then making their way to Chhinaswamy Stadium. And in fact, the demand for the tickets is so high that the site that was giving out these tickets has completely crashed, and yet you have so many hopefuls. Have you guys managed to get the ticket?
No, we are trying to get tickets, but we're not getting.
I believe the site has crashed.
Yeah, it is hanged. But we're enjoying the experience and the vibe here. It's great.
In case you don't get tickets, will you still wait here? Wait for the glimpse of the trophy and Virat?
Yes, for a glimpse of the team and the trophy. Yes, of course, we'll wait here.
There you go. The site might have crashed, but it doesn't deter thousands of people from gathering here.
I see you're having a hard time, Harish.